Guess who's back?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another day of Off the Bounce. Today, I'm your co-host, Hefe Picks. I'm joined by BBB, Big Brain Bets, and let's all welcome back after he got a little bit ill on us, Alpha Dog. Welcome back, brother. Good to have you.
Thanks, man. Glad to be back. Happy to be here and excited to dive into some NBA with the boys. BBB, what is up, my friend? I haven't seen you in a couple days. Happy New Year to you both. I can't believe it's been that long since I've seen y'all, but we are back. BBB, what is up?
Not much, man. I'm happy to be here. We talked a lot about yesterday not getting cute. Turns out got way too cute. So don't get cute today, guys.
This guy got big time cute. But before we even talk about the recap, let's give our shout outs. You already know what it is. If it wasn't for this man, we wouldn't be here. We're sponsored by Pure Wage, best in the business. Make sure you guys go give him a follow on Twitter. And listen, everybody, if you're watching right now, first of all, thank you so much. Make sure you retweet. Make sure you comment. Alpha's watching the comment section as he always does. Let's get a lot of comments in here and let's have a good interactive show. Let's start, boys, with a recap. We had a hell of an NBA slate yesterday. 10 games, a lot of good ones. We got cute, like BBB said. We got cute. Let's start off with the bad. The Hawks are one of my favorite plays yesterday. Trae Young scored 56 points. He scored 56 points, and they still lost outright. Alpha, what happened?
What happened was Simon scoring 43 for the Blazers. I don't think anyone saw him putting up a kind of night like that. Like you boys, I was also on the Hawks -5 last night. And if you would have told me pregame that Trae Young would drop 56 points, dish out 14 assists, I thought we'd win this one easily. But Anthony Simons said no. A good win by the Blazers, good game by Simons. BBB, what'd you think of this one?
Yeah, that was a tough one to swallow. It's always cool to see when you have two players kind of going head-to-head like they were. It was a great game to watch from a fan perspective, but when you had money on the Hawks, it was not necessarily a great game to watch. Kind of a heartbreaker, like Hefe said. It's tough to watch, a guy drop 56 points and you not win your bet.
Tough. Another good game that we had yesterday was the Grizzlies Nets, man. I gave out a lean. I said that I think the Grizzlies will get it done because I'm kind of off the Nets until I see how they play tomorrow with Kyrie. I think nobody's really talking about how much of a distraction it is to have one of your star players practicing, but not being able to play with you, but only going to play on the road. And then when you're home, he can't play with you. It's got to be insanely distracting. And think about the media hoopla it's going to be around the team tomorrow. So I leaned Grizzlies. I didn't think they would win off outright. BBB, Ja Morant, he had a hell of a game, dropping 36 on him, a couple highlight plays, including a crazy dunk. Antonio Brown sat courtside, which was just like, what's going on with that?
Adding more to it.
Yeah, but on the court, BBB, how good did the Grizzlies look, man?
I mean, they look really good right now. They look like one of the best teams in the league. And I think that a lot of that comes from Ja Morant. Like you said, he was just doing it all out there. He had the crazy dunks. He had the flashy plays. He's really just leading this team, and he's starting to become that player that everyone's talked about where he's just, he's not just the electric dunks anymore. He's actually able to lead the team to wins, and that's starting to translate into more, and we're starting to see it now.
Yep. We'll go over one or two more. Wizards Hornets. Great game for the Wizards. Kyle Kuzma and Bradley Beal both had 35 and 36 points respectively. They were down the whole game. They came back. So, do you guys know the Hornets record on the second day of a back-to-back this year? 0-7. 0-7 now. They're now officially an instant fade when on the second game of a back-to-back. Me personally, I got to look at the camera and I got to apologize. Kyle Kuzma, you obviously watched the show. You heard when I was talking crap about you, and you have officially stepped up. I'm sorry. You are a good NBA player.
Wow. I know that took a lot from you.
That took a lot. It took a lot for me. Last game, let's go over. Man, I don't know. Gotta kind of go over the Nuggets game. Somebody didn't show up, and it was every single person wearing a Nugget jersey. They were flat, man. They had 37 points at halftime.
They just looked horrible. The only one who played was Jokic. Jokic was the only one who had a good game. He dropped 27, had 16 rebounds, 3 assists. But besides him, I mean, he had more than 25% of the team's offense by himself.
Yeah.
Way more than 25. He's up in the 30s. So he had no support last night, and Luka was dishing the ball with 21 points, 15 assists. Good to see him get back with that team. I laid off that game. Sorry, boys. I know you guys had a little action on that one. I didn't have anything, but it was a good win for the Mavs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, everybody. That's enough for the recap. Let's keep it moving and get right to the breakdown. So we got ourselves a Tuesday night 5-game slate today. And the first game on our slate is a good one. In my opinion, probably the best game tonight. Grizzlies at Cavs. Grizzlies, as we just said, coming off a back-to-back where they beat Brooklyn in Brooklyn. Now they're traveling to Cleveland, and they're looking for their 4th straight road win. The Cavs somehow are still the number 1 against the spread team in the NBA. They're at home tonight. They're the favorite, getting a -3. They're coming off a victory against the Pacers. Last time we saw them a night ago. Let's start with the Alpha. Welcome back. Let's give us the first breakdown in a while, buddy. What are you liking in this one?
All right, boys, this is an interesting game because it looks like the Cavs are going to be getting Darius Garland back, which is an absolutely massive thing for this team because they've had no guard play the last couple games. They've had Pangos starting at guard, who's someone I've never heard of, and he's someone who's done absolutely nothing. And the ball hasn't really moved on offense for the Cavs the last couple games. But the Grizzlies have looked good as well. I think it's going to take a couple games for Garland to get back. We usually see when a guy comes back in that first game, they don't really play their best. They have to get the chemistry back, and they have to get their lungs back in them. So I think that the Grizzlies +3, given with the points and how they're playing, is one of my favorite bets of the day. I'm definitely all over the Grizzlies tonight. B, what are you on? Oh, side note, we have Slam in the chat. What's up, Mr. Slam? He is saying take the Cavs, so do what you want with that information, guys. I am on the Grizz. Slammy is on the Cavs.
Slam, one of us is getting a little too cute with these picks, huh?
Man, what's this cute thing going on? I miss a couple days, and all we're talking about is cute. Let's get back to this one. Tell me, BBB, why you're on the Grizzlies.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're getting cute. You're getting cute with the Grizzlies.
No, boy.
Is what's happening.
No, boy.
You're getting cute. All right. Don't fade the Cavs. They're the number 1 against the spread team for a reason, and that's going to continue tonight. All right. They're getting Garland back, and yeah, he might take a little bit to get his legs under, but we don't need him to do that much, all right? We got plenty of other guys out on the court. We just need him to move the ball around, like he said, so get the ball flowing, and they're going to come out and, they're going to continue to be that team. And so, yeah, I'm rocking with the Cavs. I agree with Slam. I think this is a hammer spot. Take the Cavs. Take it to the bank. I'll see you later.
Good.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm so on the Cavs tonight. It frightens me how much I love the Cavs. No, it doesn't, because I'm so confident in the Cavs. This is just straight thinking. The Cavs own the paint. They have their big men finally back and healthy, Twin Tower style. Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Darius Garland is back. That just means less attention on my Twin Towers. And that's what I like. And that's why I am taking the Cavs. I don't even need the points. I got a money line of -150 here. I'm confident the Cavs are going to win tonight. Give me the money line. I'll lay down the juice. My pick for this game is the Cavaliers.
I can't wait for tomorrow. This is going to be a good one. All the boys versus me, the world versus Alpha. Let's do it. What's the next game we got?
Next, we got the Spurs versus the Raptors, guys. Look, this is both these teams a little banged up. Spurs more banged up than normal. No DeJounte Murray, he's in conditioning. No Lonnie Walker, he's out with COVID. No Doug McDermott, he's also out with COVID. On the opposite side, the Raptors have 4 players out, but all 4 of the players are bench players. All their starters are in. Their main guys are all in. The Raptors, they've been playing well. I mean, look, their last time we saw them, they beat the brakes off the Knicks, beat them by 15, but they're the freaking Knicks. Spurs on a 3-game losing streak. The last loss was against the Pistons, which you never want to have that. They lost on a Sadiq Bey crazy buzzer beater. I don't know if you guys saw that. That he got the pass through the legs of the defender and just threw the ball up and ended up winning it in overtime. The line here is huge, in my opinion. Toronto is -6.5 home favorites. Something to keep in mind, and it's very important in my opinion. There's no fans at the game tonight. The province of Ontario, I think that's what it is. Yep. They're on strict lockdown in Canada with COVID rates skyrocketing. So this is there's no fans. I think that immensely helps the Spurs. And I'll start this one off. I'm taking the Spurs +6.5. If there's one guy that I trust can coach his team in a different setting where there are no fans, it's Greg Popovich. I know that I've been a Spurs backer all year, and it mainly relies on how underrated I believe DeJounte Murray is. But even with him not playing, I think that the 6.5 points that I'm getting is enough for me to take this. And I'm rolling with the Spurs squad here. BBB, anything on this game for you?
Yeah, I like the Spurs here as well. I agree with you. I think the line's kind of telling too. Like, the Spurs are missing a lot of people here, but I don't know. They still got a lot of young guys that I think can kind of come through. And like you said, no fans. I think that actually favors the Spurs not having that home crowd to go on these big runs. I think it's a lot harder to get the momentum going. Not going to be a best bet for me or anything crazy, but I do like the Spurs here. What about you, Alpha?
I have a lean on this one, guys. I lean the over. If you remember to last year when the NBA first came back and there were no fans in the stands, the scores were genuinely higher because with no fans, it's easier to concentrate and shoot the ball. So over 223 tonight is a lean I have on this game, strictly because without the fans, we do see a much higher total. And I think in the next few games, if we don't have fans that are allowed in Canada at these games, we'll see these totals a lot higher. But I think we're going to kind of see what we did last year and see it blow up early. And this one, I think we'll go over. It's not going to be a best bet of mine, those guys. Just a lean for now.
Okay. Respect. Next game, Alpha, you already know. It's the Indiana Pacers on a 5-game road losing streak, 4-game losing streak overall, coming into the Garden and playing the Knicks tonight. Knicks -3.5 on the line, and I'll tell you, it's going to take me a minute to get through all the players that are there. So
the injury bowl.
The Knicks are, the Knicks are without Mitchell Robinson, Jericho Sims, Nerlens Noel. All three of those players are big men. They are also without their best player, Julius Randle, and probably
questionable. He may still go. He could go.
May still go, but conditioning will be an issue. You are now seeing this new trend, by the way, sorry to go off, where players who are coming off of COVID, even when they're cleared to play, they still take a game or two just to get into conditioning. So game speed, you know what I mean? Fatigue. You don't want to play a star player in 3-4 minute spurts. You might mess up their flow. And Kemba's out also with COVID. Pacers, no TJ Warren, no Karis LeVert, no. And that's it for them. So their main players. Brogdon is out still,
and Duarte is out.
Okay, so this is the injury game.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Knicks are still -3.5, which is interesting because they kind of have the bigger players out and the big men out. Alpha. We riding the squad tonight? Oh.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. I know you're probably on the Knicks. You love riding our Knicks. I can't do it this year. I found a profitable trend that I can watch my Knicks and still enjoy it, and that's the under because they can't play any offense, and all they can do is slightly play defense. I think it's a good spot for it tonight. Indiana is going to absolutely dominate the glass, guys. If you hear who's out for the Knicks, it's all of our big men. They still have Sabonis and Miles Turner tonight, but they're missing most of their guards. We're going to see a slowed down game, a lot of backup guards on both sides of the court. The ball's not going to be moving like it normally does. We're on 3rd and 4th string point guards in this one, guys. So I see this one going under. 207 is a good number. We continue to cash these Knicks unders. Let's keep it riding. It is a best bet of mine. BBB, we know you're a big Pacers guy here. What are you looking at in this one?
Well, you guys know I usually love the Pacers, but like we said earlier, this is not a get cute spot, all right? The Pacers are 3-14 away straight up on the road. They're 0-5 in the last 5 on the road. I just don't see them coming into the Garden and just and getting one tonight, all right? I think the line's pretty telling as well. Like you said, it's kind of weird how like they're missing some of the bigger players, but I mean the line screams Knicks here.
Yeah.
It does. It definitely does.
Pacers have just been struggling a lot as of late too. I just don't feel comfortable backing them. I think this is a good spot for the Knicks at home, and I'll be backing them.
Guys, we have a comment in the chat. 1 second, Hefe. I apologize. Chris Meek is asking Sabonis PRA over. Thoughts on it? Let me see if I can get the total on that. All depends on what it's currently sitting at. I do think he's going to feast tonight. I currently have the line at 40.5.
Oh.
Okay, that's
a little high.
Let me give you a counter. Let me give you a counter. Who remembers Miles Turner the last time they played the Knicks? Because I
not last time, but a few times ago when he hit the 300 threes.
He had 7 threes. The Knicks have nobody. They might have an answer for Sabonis, smaller guy, more of a finesse player. But in terms of a player who lives in the paint and flourishes off the boards, look for maybe Miles Turner PRA. I don't know what the number would be, but I'm counter-offering you that I think Miles Turner is where the value is instead of Sabonis, if that's the route we want to take.
Turner's PRA is at 23.5 on FanDuel.
Yeah.
Really?
That's
so low. Why is it so low?
That's
for PRA for
no, that's not possible. That's
gotta be. It's right here on FanDuel.
That's insane. That you got
it. And the juice is on the under. The juice side is on the under there. So I mean, guys, we might have found something here. I love that Miles Turner PRA over 23.5. It's at -108 on FanDuel right now. Seems like a good one. Rebounds of either of them. Sabonis is the aggressor on the boards. I see this comment from Drew. Drew, I do like Sabonis rebounds frequently. He's just so aggressive when it comes to it, and he does get a lot of rebounds. So I would lean on his rebounds as well.
All right. Yeah. All right. Am I on the Knicks is the question, I believe. The answer is abso-freaking-lutely I am. This line is just, it's in my face. You could tell me that the Knicks are -3.5, and the line's actually going like the steam is towards the Knicks. The line started at like 2.5. Now it's at 3.5. Yeah. The Knicks have very little talent and the big men talent, which is where the Pacers excel in talent-wise. It makes no sense. It's Vegas begging you to take the Pacers, who have just been terrible as of late. 4-game losing streak, 5 straight on the road. Give me the Knicks. Give me the Knicks money line, -150. I'm happy to lay down the juice because the Knicks are winning in the Garden tonight, folks. All right, let's keep moving, everybody.
Be careful, boys. Be careful.
Be careful, but the Knicks are winning tonight. 2 more games on the slate. The next one is the Suns versus the Pelicans. Suns come in 28-8. They're going into New Orleans tonight where they're -7. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Why is this line only -7? This is
the Pelicans have been playing better basketball, though. They do have Ingram back. They have Valanciunas in the lineup. And last night they only didn't cover because the Jazz ended the game hitting all their free throws, and there was a couple missed shots by the Pelicans, but they were in it the whole game. They've been playing good basketball.
I understand they play good basketball, but the last 2 games against inferior opponents, the Bucks, the Jazz, they lose by double digits. The Suns coming in here in just absolutely murdering the Hornets the last time they played. They beat them by 34. The number one question that I have is the Suns. Statement I have is the Suns are healthy. The Suns are healthy. The Pelicans are healthy. Shamet is out for the Suns. I
have here that Ayton, McGee, and Kaminsky and Crowder are still out for the Suns. Are you sure they're back? Yeah, I have Ayton's out.
I knew McGee was out, but I wasn't worried about him because of Jalen Smith.
Yeah, it's not clear whether he's been leaned towards him being out on Ayton. JaVale McGee says still in health and safety.
No, JaVale McGee's out and Jay Crowder's out. I know that, and Shamet's out.
And it looks like Ayton is as well. So they're going to be missing the big man. That would make sense why the line also is where it's at as well. So
considering that Jalen Smith was just the leading scorer for the Suns the last time they played, 19 points, 13 rebounds against the Hornets, who just cannot guard bigs by any means necessary. I'm still rolling with the Suns here, guys. -7. Devin Booker's not out there. CP3's out there. And that's where the points come from, and that's where the energy comes from. The other guys, they feed off them. They have great bench play. Mikal Bridges is a great player. They have absolutely fantastic ancillary pieces and enough to get it done versus a New Orleans team. Give me the -7. I like this play. It's not one of my best bets, but it's my lean on this game. Alpha, what are you thinking?
unless we hear any other news about any of the Suns guys potentially coming back, I just think the line's a little bit too big for me to take on either side. I think it's pretty sharp. I mean, the Pelicans are the healthiest team in the NBA right now. The only guy they're without is Zion and Thomas Satoransky. And, and Kiera Lewis, who's been out for quite a while. So these guys are not COVID-related. The team's fully healthy, and they've been playing some decent basketball.
Show the man some respect. Show the man it's Kiera. It's Kiera.
Kiera Lewis, whatever he is not a great basketball player anyway. So this one I'm staying off, guys. I lean on the Pelicans. You guys know I'm a big Suns guy, but I do lean on the Pelicans on this one. But I am laying off as of now. BBB, what are you looking at?
No, I agree. I agree with you, Alpha, a lot here. I'm a big Suns guy as well, but I think this line screams Pelicans here. I just think, they're fully healthy. The Suns have been kind of like up and down. They just had that blowout game, but like when they don't have everybody, they kind of like that's what they thrive on. They have that team chemistry. They're playing everywhere. They got the defense. They're moving the ball. But you start pulling out like 2-3 of those guys, even when it's the bench players. They kind of you don't know what you're going to get. It worked out great for them last time. They had a guy that, most people have probably never heard of before step up and lead the team in scoring. So I don't know if you're going to get that every night. I lean with the Pelicans, but probably not going to have an official play on that one.
I'm in the same boat. Same boat.
All right. I hear you guys. This is definitely probably a 5-game slate. It's probably the only game that I won't have a play on. Just too risky. I lean the Suns, but that's about where it ends for me. All right, guys, believe it or not, only one more game left. The late night 10:30 Eastern Standard tip. Sacramento Kings and the Los Angeles Lakers. This is normally the recipe for success for one of these two teams, and I think we're going to be on the same page here. Lakers are getting -6.5 at home. Listen, LeBron has been playing out of his mind. Legitimately out of his freaking mind, to the point that every night that he does it, you're just like, how long can he play like this for? But even though he's been killing it, and they've won the last 2 games, but we saw them yesterday against Minnesota. I'm sorry, not yesterday, two nights ago against Minnesota, win but not cover. And that's been kind of the storyline here. They win, but they don't cover. They win, but they don't cover. LeBron goes off, but nobody else kind of helps it. I kind of think that's how tonight's going to go. Sacramento, last time we saw them, they beat the Heat outright. They've been kind of playing better as of late. In their last 5, 3-2, including wins over the Mavericks, wins over the Heat, and a win over the Thunder. 6.5 to me is good value. I'm going to roll with the Kings here. I can 100% see the Lakers winning this game. There's no question about it. But I like the value with the 6.5 points tonight. I like how the Kings play the Lakers this season, and honestly, in general, they play hard against Los Angeles. So give me the Kings plus 6.5. BBB, what are we thinking for the late night?
Yeah, I'm with you here. This will be that late night game where maybe you're about to go to bed and you're like, oh, shoot, I got one more bet left tonight. But, I think the Kings, they're the spot here. This is definitely a game I can see the Lakers winning. It's a game that they, a lot of people would think, like, without betting-wise, they're like, oh, they should smash the Kings. Mm-hmm. But Lakers have not been that team yet, at least not so far this year. I could definitely see them winning, but maybe it's a 2, 3, 4-point game. So maybe the Lakers win, but I definitely think there's a lot of value getting 6.5 points with them. Alpha, what about you?
Same boat, man. I think it's going to be a track meet, guys. We're looking at the totals at a 230. So we're going to see the ball being moved down the court at a fast pace. The Kings are going to try and run because they know that the weakness of the Lakers is that age, the depth, and the stamina they can provide right now. The Kings are going to be running all night, guys. I love the Kings plus 6.5. It is one of my plays of the day. I think Halliburton and the other guards that they have are just going to be too quick for the older guards. I know they have Westbrook, but once Westbrook comes out of the game, who is going to be guarding the speed and the shooting of the Kings backcourt? And I think that's the difference tonight. We're going to see the backcourt of the Kings take over. And I think they may win it outright. I'm not taking the money line. I'm not crazy. I still see the Lakers winning it, but I think the Kings have a chance to win this game. So give me the Kings with the points at the plus 6.5.
All right. So that's a three-peat on the Kings. Wow.
We may is that going to be our collab, boys? We may have to have some action on that out. But
you know what time it is.
Wade to LeBron. Let's get it, boys. Glad to be back doing that, by the way. First best bet, Kings plus 6.5. Think we're going to be able to hit that one pretty easily. Second one's going to be the Grizzlies plus 3. And my last best bet, guys, is going to be that Knicks Pacers under 207. BBB, tell the people what you're on.
All right. My first best bet is going to be the Cavs -3. Drop the hammer. That's my favorite play of the night. And then I have the Knicks -3, rocking with my boys team up here.
Let's go.
And then I have the Kings plus 6.5 to round it off for us.
Let's go.
All right. I got 2 for the people today. I'm rolling with the Cavs money line, -150 on the juice. And I'm rolling with the Kings plus 6.5. Seems like we're all aligned on that one. I like that one for so many reasons. And yeah, so I'm only giving out 2 tonight. If I had to give out like a kind of like a halvesy third one, it would be the Knicks money line. So me and BBB are like just right aligned right there, baby. Listen, guys, before we go, just one more time, shout out to the man, the myth, the legend. Pure Wave. Wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here every day at 4:30 talking to all you guys. Alpha. So yesterday on Scoop and Score, since we got a little time, yesterday on Scoop and Score, me, BBB, and Slam, we did a little preview, we did a little recap, but we gave out our picks for tonight's last bowl game. The people need yours, man. The people need yours. It's LSU versus Kansas State. If you guys don't remember, both, I believe, BB and I, if you're okay with me saying it, were on Kansas State yesterday at -7. And it was for good reason, because today it's up to 7.5. I'm looking at it right now. So if you caught it when we told you yesterday at -7, you're half a point in the money right now. Alpha, any lean on the Texas Bowl from you?
Yes, I'll give out my play, boys. I'm on the under in this one, guys. I am on the under 47.5 at LSU Kansas State tonight. This is one game I'm pretty confident in as well. So I think we'll see this one go pretty under and stay in the high 30s.
There you go. There you go, everybody. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching today. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, going over all the games. Thank you, everybody.
Let's go, Knicks.
Cavs by 9.
Knicks.